Good morning, and welcome back to Baby Bites. We now turn to our main story of the morning, postpartum depression in the United States. Many women experience a severe and potentially long-lasting form of depression in the months after giving birth. This form of depression is called postpartum depression, or PPD. Despite its name, PPD is not only associated with a depressed mood. According to the Mayo Clinic, a nonprofit organization for medical education and research, women who suffer from PPD may also experience sudden and severe mood changes, insomnia, fatigue, exhaustion or loss of energy, loss of appetite, inability to bond with their baby, feelings of worthlessness, shame, and guilt, and severe anxiety, including panic attacks. If untreated, PPD can last for many months and sometimes much longer. PPD affects 10 to 20% of women worldwide. That's close to 1 in 7 women in the United States alone. Despite this high prevalence, it goes largely undiagnosed. Research has shown that the majority of women who experience symptoms of PPD do not report them and face treatment barriers such as opposition to treatment, cost, and stigmatization. Birth is a full-body experience. It is both physical and mental. The body goes through many hormonal shifts during and after giving birth. Not only that, but childbirth takes time to recuperate from due to the very physical nature of birthing a baby. Research has shown that women who are able to take time to recover after giving birth are less likely to develop physical and mental health-related problems, postpartum depression included. In the United States, it is difficult for many working women to get time off from work to recover and bond with their new baby. Typically, working mothers return to work well before they're ready. This trend is perpetuated by U.S. labor policy, which does not offer mothers mandated paid leave. The U.S. and Papua New Guinea are the only 2 countries in the world that do not offer paid leave to new mothers. What the U.S. does have is the Family and Medical Leave Act of 1993, which gives new parents up to 12 weeks of unpaid leave. The emphasis is also placed on up to, meaning that employers don't even have to offer unpaid leave in the first place. Not only that, but there are regulations that dictate whether or not one is eligible to get the time off at all. To qualify, a woman must work in an organization of 50 or more people, she must be a full-time paid employee, and she must have been working with the company for at least 1 year at the time of the birth. But even those who are allowed the full 12 weeks don't typically take it. Taking the full 12 weeks of unpaid leave, if given the opportunity to do so, is something many people literally cannot afford to do. Financially, it is just not feasible for them. Sharon Lerner sums this up neatly in her book, The War on Moms. Lerner says, "The United States has little between the polar extremes of being forced almost immediately either back into the workforce or out of it altogether. If we could fill in the holes between them with more reasonable options, people who want and need to spend significant amounts of time with their young children and want and need to continue working wouldn't be seen as lazy, spoiled, or even lucky. They'd simply be seen as parents." Maternity leave should not just be an option for those wealthy enough to afford to take it. In order to make it accessible to everyone, the U.S. needs to get on board with mandating paid leave to all parents. In doing so, all new moms would be given the option to take time after giving birth to recuperate, lessening their risk for developing physical and mental health-related problems. They would be given options, which then gives them room to make decisions, something that everyone deserves to be able to do.